What's up, Sen Squad? Welcome back to another Brawl Stars video. Today I'm going to be talking about Colette's new star power that just came out today. And we're going to look closely at the stats of it in comparison to other star powers already in the game and in comparison to Colette's other star power, so that we can learn whether or not it's actually worth it to use. This star power gives you a 10% shield right when you use your super for 5 seconds, and it actually increases the amount of protection you get from your super by 10% for every target you hit during your super. So you hit one target, that's 20%, 2 targets, that's 30%, you hit 9 targets, you're fully immune with that 100% shield. But obviously, realistically speaking, you're probably only going to get 1 or 2 hits with your super, because it's extremely difficult to line up more than one target, so you're probably just going to be aiming at one target, and then you might be able to hit him twice if you hit him on the way back as well. So you're basically only going to get a maximum of 2 hits at a time. Maybe if you're lucky, you can get 3 or 4 hits, but then again, you could also get unlucky and just completely miss your super and get 0 hits. So it kind of balances out with an average of about 1 to 2 hits, which means the shield is going to be about 20% to 30% protection. So now if we want to actually evaluate how good this is within the context of Brawl Stars, we want to look at some other star powers that also give you shields. Basically just compare how good shields are right now in Brawl Stars. So Sprout's photosynthesis star power gives you a 30% shield whenever you're in a bush, and it lasts for 3 seconds even after you leave the bush. So the amount of protection you get is essentially the maximum you could possibly expect from Colette's star power, and on average you're probably going to have it for a longer time during the match, because you can just camp in the bushes and attack people. Now if you're just constantly jumping in the bushes and then jumping out again and hoping that the 3-second shield carries you, then technically speaking it is a shorter duration, but you can definitely go in the bushes a lot more often than you can use your super with Colette. So overall, this star power just seems objectively better, because you're going to be able to keep that shield for longer, and on average it's just going to give you more protection than Colette. Another shield star power is BB's batting stance, where you also get a 30% shield, but that's when your home run bar is charged up. So you can't attack if you want to keep your shield, but there are a lot of times when you just don't want to attack, and you're carrying the ball in Brawl Ball, or you're just trying to get close to someone while they're constantly attacking you if they have longer range than you, and as long as you don't attack, the shield is essentially permanent. So over the course of a match, you're probably going to have your shield close to, if not more than, the amount of time that you would have it if you were playing Colette and you only got the shield for 5 seconds after your super. And once again, the overall protection is going to be a bit more than you would find on average with Colette's star power as well. So this star power, I think, is just kind of straight up better than Mastax, Colette's new star power. Then another comparison, which I think is a lot more closer in power level, is Carl's protective pirouette. It is once again a 30% shield. Brawl Stars really likes that 30% number, I guess, and it lasts for 3 seconds during the entire duration of your super. So you get a bit more on average protection wise than you would get with Colette, but it lasts for 2 seconds less. So overall it seems to be about the same in terms of the shield you get when you compare it to Colette's new star power. So in that sense, the new star power does seem kind of balanced. And then finally, the other shield star power is Daryl with steel hoops, where you get the 90% shield for 9/10 of a second as you are rolling with your super. So this one's a bit harder to compare because it's so much more protection over such a short amount of time, but overall it seems like it could be about the same power level as Colette's star power. So in the context of all these other shield star powers, it seems to be towards the low end, but really looking at these other brawlers doesn't fully help us determine whether or not this star power is good, because we really have to consider it within the context of what Colette's able to do, because a shield could benefit certain types of brawlers significantly more than they could other types of brawlers. Obviously a shield is going to be better if you're taking a lot of damage, and brawlers that take a lot of damage are tanks and brawlers that have to attack close up. So the brawlers that I was just talking about, like Daryl and BB and Carl when he's using his super, they all are going to be taking a lot of damage because they really have to get close to the enemies, and they have a lot of health, so they're going to be fine with taking a lot of damage anyway. So for those brawlers, the shield really helps them out, because that means you're going to be reducing more damage in total. But for a brawler like Colette and Sprout, like I was talking about before, because their health isn't that high and they're going to be staying far away from people, the shield is going to be a lot less effective because they're not going to be taking that much damage over the time when they actually have that shield. You do get close to them for that split second of time when you're actually using your super, but you end up in the exact same position where you started, which is probably very far away from the other brawlers, because if you get close to the other brawlers, they're gonna melt you instantly. So basically, since you're staying pretty far away at all times, you're not gonna get that much value out of the shield. So her star power already seems kind of low in relation to other brawlers' star powers just from a pure statistical perspective, but now on top of that, the fact that her kit doesn't really want a shield all that much, it makes the star power seem even worse. And then the last thing we have to consider is her other star power, and just, is that other star power a better option? Because you can have a really bad star power, but if there's a star power that does essentially nothing, then that bad star power is going to be the better one. But Colette's other star power in this case is extremely good, and unlike the shield, it actually fits with her kit really, really well. It lets you stun people whenever you hit them with your super, and it lets you deal double damage to them. So this is going to have a huge effect in every single mode. You can drag brawlers with you into the gas in Showdown. You can drag them into the range of the Ike turret in Siege. You can push them away from the mine in Gem Grab. You can force them to drop the ball in Brawl Ball. There's so many uses, and it guarantees double damage, which is really good for your numbers a lot of the times, because your super is going to be dealing a lot of damage when your main attack might not be, if it's only doing that 700 minimum damage. So Colette kind of relies on that first star power to be really good, sort of like Surge used to do. He was super good with that star power that let his attack split no matter what, and without that star power he becomes significantly weaker. And so if you have Colette and you're choosing to go with the second star power, you're just ignoring that first star power, which is so crucial to her kit, and overall you're just going to have a significantly weaker brawler for all the reasons that I've talked about in this video. But that's gonna wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to join the Send Squad by subscribing, turning on notifications, and going to your settings and enabling notifications there as well. But that's all for today, guys, so see you later.